It's 2024, and we've got a Borderlands movie coming out in August. Now I'm pretty certain that this film, which doesn't fit with the established timeline, is directed by the guy who made the Hostel movies, and has a comedian playing one of the few serious characters, is going to be an instant masterpiece. So to get myself in the mood, I decided to play some Borderlands 2. Rather than start a new game, I chose to just boot up my last character, a level 17 Necromancer, who is already aboard Sanctuary. Gage the Necromancer is quite a fun character to play as, having a killer robot they can summon, and the Anarchy and Close Enough skills, which work in tandem to make you deal more damage, miss more shots, but then have those shots ricochet and still do damage anyway. It's this kind of chaos that Borderlands does so well, and which I'm sure the movie will pull off perfectly. First mission to undertake is throwing Claptrap a birthday party. As the mascot of the entire franchise, and such a beloved character, I'm sure that everyone will want to show up.
You know, I'd go, but I ain't gonna.
Oh, sorry, I can't make it. Give Claptrap my love, though. My purely platonic love. Don't want him getting any ideas.
No.
Guess not. I try to make him feel better by pulling off some dance moves, but I'm about as good at dancing in game as I am in real life. The party at least does have pizza, like all good parties should, and plenty of awkward silences, which from my own experience is also true of all parties.
Sigh.
Might not have been a total rager, but Claptrap seems happy with how things turned out.
That was the best party I've ever thrown!
My adventures with pizza aren't over yet, as I have one to deliver to a familiar group of mutants hiding in the sewers of a Bloodshot stronghold. I've out-leveled the enemies here, so dealing with them is pretty easy, as they can hardly deal any damage to me. They do seem to have an easy time destroying this robot though. I summon Deathtrap to help me get through the enemies even faster, and then it's to the hideout to let them know I've got their pizza.
Is that marshmallows and stag urine I smell? Yummy! Come on in, dude!
Even though I deliver these guys a delicious meal, they seem to be struggling with teenage mood swings and turn hostile. Because I've got a gun in hand, rather than de-escalate the situation, I just kill them all, and even get rewarded when one drops a legendary grenade. Whoever said murder was wrong clearly didn't realise the cool things you could get from indulging in it. In the next section there's this little light switch puzzle where you need to activate these triggers to get all the lights to turn green. As the genius that I am, this is obviously incredibly easy, and definitely doesn't take me 2.5 minutes to solve. With the puzzle solved, all that actually happens is Master Flinter shows up, but at least this is a good opportunity to show off my new grenade. Rather than head back to Sanctuary and turn in the quest, I go to where that robot died earlier, and find its core just laying on the ground. It wants to get inside of a new body, and at this point I'm really struggling. I can't choose between a joke about the robot getting more action than me, or one about how much quicker this is than finishing HRT. Either way, trans rights are human rights. After picking up the robot's core, I have to fight my way to the next location, so I can get it a new body, but it doesn't seem too happy with my choice. I think we all knew that AI was going to kill all of us, but I was under the assumption that it was going to team up with the billionaires to make us all unemployed and starve to death. This method feels much more direct. Seems it's not quite as effective though, as I destroy the first body, put it in a second, where it fails to kill me again, and then finally put it inside of a radio back at town, where it fails at killing me again. After destroying it for a third and final time, it presents me with an offer.
You have defeated me. My days of attempting to kill you are truly over. I only wish to help you kill others. Take me to the one called Zed if you wish me to be a shield. Or Marcus if you wish me to be a gun.
Given that my current shield is a tad underleveled, I figure heading to Zed is the smart choice. Unfortunately, the new shield I get is even lower level, so it's not actually much better than my current shield. But I still switch to it anyway, as I just love me some unique gear. Before heading off to complete the next mission, I decide to have a quick look through the customization station. Sure, it's a first-person game, so I barely ever get to see what my character looks like, but I still want to ensure I look good while I slaughter half a planet. I reach the hole, and use my shotgun to clear out the initial bandits and marauders. I've got max anarchy stacks currently, which means my accuracy is terrible, but my damage is great. A pretty perfect combo for a shotgun. I'm at this location to recover a safe for Marcus, but it ends up getting dropped over the edge, so I've got to try and make it to the bottom. I get a little lost on my way down, but eventually remember that this game doesn't have full damage, so just drop down to the travel point. I'm now at the Caustic Caverns, and this is the first area I've reached where the enemies actually match my level. Between ricocheting bullets and the significant level difference, I haven't really had to put much effort into combat so far, but now things actually start to get a little difficult, and I go down. Fortunately for me, Borderlands has a really cool mechanic, and I'm not just talking about Scooter.
Catch a ride!
When you go down, you enter fight for your life. In this mode, you can still fire your gun, and if you get a kill before the timer runs out, then you can get back up and keep on trucking. I love when games do something additional when your health drops down. Getting that one last chance to fight your way back up always feels so satisfying, especially when playing solo. The enemies I'm mostly dealing with at this point are Crystalisks, a type of unusual creature who literally have gold crystals as both a major body part and an obvious weak point to hit. Really does a good job of reminding you that you're playing a sci-fi game without shattering any immersion. We do end up reaching a unique one of these creatures. Blue here is not only a lot bigger, but also is blue. The added size may work as an intimidation factor, but it also makes it a lot easier to shatter his legs and execute him. Man, that was quite a brutal description I gave there. I sure hope nothing turns up later which makes me feel bad for killing this creature. Regardless, it was something I needed to do for the quest, as the safe has ended up lodged on his back, and inside is something of great value.
Hey there, Sugar. I see you found some fairly fleshy snapshots of me. If you give those to me instead of my third ex-husband, I'll make it worth your while. Feel free to take a peek, though. I sure don't mind.
Yep, those are quite literally lewd pictures we are gathering up, and once we get back to Sanctuary, we need to decide who to give them to. Before that though, I decide to explore the Caustic Caverns a little further, and end up getting jump scared into a level up. While there's plenty of great skills to choose from, I really like to move fast, so I go with Unstoppable Force, which should grant me bonus movement speed and shield regeneration whenever I kill an enemy. This isn't the only thing I'm rewarded with while out exploring though, as I also come across this echo recorder.
Mrs. Harcheck, today a miner found a crystal formation near the alien ruins, but it started moving. The creature appears perfectly peaceful. I don't think it's ever seen a person before. Blue, not now. Here, go play with my hat. Get, there you go, Blue. We're calling it Blue because of the color of its, yeah. We saw a couple more of these creatures hiding near the ruins. I recommend moving the dig site for obvious reasons. Security Officer Booth, signing off.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Ms. Booth, while your concern for these creatures is noted, we shall not be moving the dig site. The Dahl Corporation has sent Sanctuary, their greatest mining ship, to this god-forsaken planet to mine crystals. And you have found some. Please round up the creatures so that my mining team may extract their minerals.
Yeah, so the clearly evil corpos decided they wanted to kill those creatures to mine the crystals, which is exactly what I've been doing. Plus I killed poor little Blue. Feels like I've ended up being the bad guy in a lot of these games in 2024 videos. While the best thing for the planet may well be my death, I keep on fighting anyway, and combat in this game is so damn good. It's not perfect, and you can certainly tell the age of the game, but when you're in the thick of things, absolutely surrounded but with a huge arsenal to back you up, it is so damn satisfying. I successfully fight my way out of the caverns and return to Sanctuary. Here I have to decide who I'm giving photos to, but let's face it, there's only one acceptable choice.
Thanks, Sugar. I've been meaning to upload these to the EchoNet.
And look at that! For doing the right thing, we even get rewarded with the Heartbreaker shotgun, which I know for a fact is really good, especially for this character. To wrap things up, I decided to complete one of my favourite missions, the Good, the Bad and the Mordecai. First step is to head to the Dust, which lets me show off my driving skills, which in this game somehow aren't too bad. See that? I even make that jump and land perfectly on the landing pad. I then drive a little forward and get permanently stuck, but the initial jump was good. Doesn't really matter though, as I'm close enough to my objective. I'm searching for this guy named Carson, but instead find his buddy who was killed by a Hyperion operative called Gettle. It's then off to the local prison to see if we can actually find Carson, and pump him for information about some guns he's got stashed. The area he's being held in is the Friendship Gulag, and this is somewhere I can fight through much easier. The caustic caverns were extra tough because my shield is designed to absorb bullets, but nothing there has guns. Here there are plenty of humans who shoot me, and instead of dealing damage, just add ammo to my reserves. Absorb shields are by far my favourite in the game. It's just such a cool concept which is implemented so effectively. I do find Carson in one of the cells, but he's already dead, having been betrayed by someone named Mobley, who's also after the treasure. On the bright side, I do now know where the treasure is buried. What you're supposed to do at this point is head round the back of Ellie's garage and fight for a long path filled with spider ants. But we've already seen how good I am at driving, so I go for the shortcut instead. Maybe it's better to just try it on foot. And yeah, as it turns out, I can just run up this little cliff edge here and make it to the graveyard where the treasure is buried. But once I find the chest, both Mobley and Gettle appear, leading us to a classic Truxican standoff. The church bells stop ringing, and we all draw. Being the only one to bring a rocket launcher to a gunfight, I easily win the standoff and get to loot the chest.
Congrats. Hope you make better use of them than I did.
And that was Borderlands 2 in 2024. The game definitely holds up better than its predecessor, and it's easy to see why it's many people's favourite. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Check out some of my other RPG videos, and even visit my Patreon page if you want to support further. As always, thanks for watching. Sarge out.